Thursday night, 9:52 p.m. So I'm doing this way earlier than I usually do. So if you're new to this, business model is buying businesses using SBA loans, seller finance, and raising money. So great journey that we're on. And yeah, so today's Thanksgiving, guys, Thursday. And I worked on Thanksgiving. So in the morning, spent time sending emails, doing LinkedIn and sending messages, and people didn't really respond. It's Thanksgiving. People aren't really, trying to work. So I understand, but I'm doing my work. I'm doing my part, doing what I can control. And in case you're new to this, there's 3 steps to buying the business, like I said. One is going to be building the board of directors, so that way I gain an instant track record. 2, we're going to search for the business, right? And then you're going to find a motivated seller. 3, we're going to find financing, right? And some people do the steps a little bit differently, but I'm at the step where I'm building my team. I already built my team. I went through a whole bunch of stuff. You could rewatch it. But I saw another guy who's doing one of these series, and I watched 1 or 2 of his videos, and it really bothered me when I didn't understand what he was doing. I was like, what is your business model? What am I watching? It kind of annoyed me. So at the start of every video, I'm at least going to mention the business model, just so people aren't super confused what it is. But yeah, I'm using LinkedIn to get the board members. I already had a board of directors, 6 people, and something happened with that. You could rewatch it. But yeah, some observations I'm having is, first of all, I do recognize that the last couple videos, guys, I haven't been as energetic in my videos. Like, it's tough to come on camera and report something when it's not good news. People are so used to just giving the perfect image online. This is the real raw image, no selling anything. Like, everything is transparently put out there. And yeah, my board, it kind of, I tried switching things up, and I need new people. So I'm basically back to square one, and all my time is kind of flushed down the toilet. It is what it is, things happen. It's part of the business. But the good thing is I'm glad that whoever is trying this business is going to be facing the same kind of problems that I'm facing. They're going to take the same licks that I'm taking. And these are all barriers of entry. It's like I'm running a race and I'm jumping over the hurdles. At some point, people are going to give up at a certain hurdle. I'm crossing that barrier. I'm willing to stay consistent, stay persistent. Why would I quit? I haven't lost any of my money, right? I never really quit. You only ever pivot if you never give up. And that's not even what I'm doing. I want to stick in this game. I love this game. I love the finance game. I like this game. I know this game works. All the richest people buy businesses, guys. That's the greatest investment you could do. I can't wait until I buy my first one, man. I'm going to come on this camera. I'm going to go crazy. But what I'm going through just proves to me that there's less competition out there. There's less people like me out there. So that's the good news. I'm glad about that. It's not a problem. Something else I did today, I went online and I found on one of the government websites for Texas, I found a list of everyone that had a license for the certain kind of business that I'm trying to acquire. Maybe I shouldn't share how I got that. Anyways, yeah, man, maybe I shouldn't have shared that. But yeah, I got that list, and guys, ChatGPT does wonders. If you guys don't use ChatGPT, you have to understand AI, man. AI is crazy. I take this list of almost like 8,000 people or like items. 8,000. It takes me forever to go through it. I take that file, I upload it to ChatGPT. I tell ChatGPT, hey, look, edit this column and make sure it has anything above this number. And then boom, instantly I get a new Excel. 7,000 people just like adjusted just like that. I could tell ChatGPT, hey, take this file of 10,000 whatever and search the internet and then update this one thing. And boom, it does it. ChatGPT is crazy, man. I learned things like instantly off of AI. Because I could ask it direct examples. Like when I have these contracts, I'm gonna be plugging them into ChatGPT and asking them questions based off of like the 35-page file. So I don't have to, like, I'm gonna go through it, but it's gonna be way faster if I find out things like that off of the AI. Crazy, man, crazy. But another thing is, I noticed that, man, I just need to do some more outreach. I need to do like insane amounts of outreach. I need to do like 300 emails a day. That's what I need to do. Because the last couple of days I've been kind of figuring out what I should do, and it makes me feel like a bit lost. Like, where's my direction exactly? Where am I going? What am I supposed to do? Where do I attack? And I need to send a ton of emails. So the next couple days, over the next week, my goal is to send 300 emails a day. Now, who knows how long that's going to take? Doesn't matter. Another thing that's going on right now is I'm trying to fix my sleep. So it's 9:58. I'm trying to sleep at 9 and wake up at 5. Right now, I'm so tired. I woke up early today, slept late yesterday. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, what did I do today? So I did the LinkedIn emails and I hit defense. Today, money on defense was superb. I made over 250 in less than, how many hours did I work? I don't know how many hours I worked today. It was probably like 6 to 8 hours. I made like 250-ish, maybe more than that. Pretty easy. And then after I hit those numbers, I was like, you know what? I got invited to a family dinner for Thanksgiving, so I went there for like an hour or two because I hit my numbers. And now I need to work out. So I'm trying to make my workout only like 30 minutes, sleep around like 10, 11, wake up at 5, 6-ish. And I want to stick to that routine. If I could do that, I could accomplish way more. Yeah, man. Something that's really bothering me is the whole credit score thing from yesterday, guys. I tried to call PayPal today, and they're closed on Thanksgiving. So like, dude, that really bothers me, man. That really bothers me. Yeah, it is what it is. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to call them. So it's another thing that I need to check off. Something I saw Steve Jobs say today was A players, like really good employees, really good teammates, like A type players, you don't need to micromanage them. You let them do their own thing. You let them do their own thing, they figure it out. And you don't micromanage the top players. That's not how they work. They won't excel that way. You have to let people do mistakes. And your job as a leader is to provide vision. Provide the vision, tell everyone where they're going, and remind them, like, you do you, but this is where we're trying to go. That's the job of a leader. And I've been seeing that occurring with multiple things lately. Like some personal things that I can't really talk about, but I got invited to, or not even invited, I guess, I don't know if I should talk about that, but being a board member, being a CEO, being a leader, being the one in charge, you need to be able to come up with a vision. There's this really well-known saying, it's like, people with low intelligence talk about people. They talk about other people, right? And people with like regular type of intelligence, like the medium level, right? Like low, they talk about other people. Medium, they talk about like events, like what happened, like talk about events. And then like high level thinking is thinking about ideas. Thinking about ideas. That's high level thinking. And it makes sense, right? The person, the CEO, the owner, the founder, the one who has to provide the vision, has to come up with the idea. Because how does the vision happen without the idea? So it makes so much sense. Like, if you're going to be in charge, you need to have high level thinking. You have to be able to think of ideas. And where do ideas come from? I truly don't believe that there's one original idea that has ever been created, ever. all ideas kind of stem from something. Some kind of small thing here and there lead to the idea. There's no such thing as an original thought. It doesn't exist. So like, okay, you want to come up with ideas, but you don't want to copy people, right? Now, there's a book called Steal Like an Artist. It says the best way to be original is to steal from 10 people instead of one. So if you want to be original, just copy more people. It's crazy how like the opposite is kind of the same. Like everything has an equal and opposite to it. Like, for example, let's say you have a society and there's no information that flows, no newspapers, no internet, no, like people are just, let's just say a village, right? They have no knowledge, right? So they're misinformed because they don't know what's going on. Now, when you have internet, and you have newspapers, and you have all this information, it's great. Now they're informed, right? In the middle. But nowadays, when you have so much internet, you have so much content, and so much things trying to grab your attention, it's like when you have too much of it, people are misinformed. Because there's too much of it. You don't know what's true. So you're misinformed. It's almost like you had none of it. It's the same thing. Like a lot of things are like that. It's like a spectrum, right? I've heard this before. It's not always the smartest people that succeed, right? Let's imagine intelligence is like a spectrum, right? You got the really dumb people that just take action and they don't understand the risk. They just do things. They just keep taking action and they succeed, even though they're not that smart, right? They just take action and they're not that smart. And then you got the people like in the middle. You know, they're the people who are like not so dumb and not so smart. They're kind of in the middle. They just like overthink everything. They don't take any action, right? And then you got the really, really smart people, which is like up there, you know, next to the dumb people. You know, it's like a circle, like right next to each other on the spectrum. They're so smart that they just take action. You see, like the dumb and the smart is almost the same. The same thing with freedom. These are just my thoughts, guys. Same thing with freedom, right? The really, really rich person, like let's say it's a spectrum, right? It's like a circle. You got the really poor person, right? You got like middle class, and then you got really rich. Cool? The really poor people, like the top of the spectrum, they have a ton of freedom. They don't have a job, they don't have rent, they don't have to pay taxes. They're just kind of roaming around. You know, they might have to deal with like the cold but like they really have a lot of freedom and a lot of time, right? And a lot of times they're very like talkative, very social, like they're very lighthearted in that way. You know, some homeless people are crazy. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like a normal person that's homeless. Just a normal person, not on drugs, right? It's a normal person. He's homeless. He has a bunch of freedom. Now you got the middle class, right? Middle class, they work to live, right? They get money from the job. All the money in the job goes to expenses, and they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're in the middle, right? They don't have any freedom. No freedom, right? They're just living a paycheck to paycheck, like I said, and then boom, you got the other side of the spectrum, which is right next to the poor. A ton of freedom, super lighthearted, you know, like they're very easygoing, like guys, I live in Dallas, Texas, right? When I go to Highland Park Village, it's like an entire different world. It's like a bubble. You enter there, it's like everyone's super nice and super like easy to talk to. But when you go to like the middle class areas, no one's gonna talk to you. I could go up to someone trying to give them money and they won't take it because they don't want to talk to you. I swear to God, it's similar to everything is similar in that fashion. It's all spectrum, and every opposite has an equal and opposite reaction. Everything. So why did I say that? Pull it back full circle. I don't remember why I started, to be honest. But the point is, guys, this mission is super interesting. And if I'm willing to push through the failures, push through adversity, willing not to quit, right? I know someone else on the opposite side is trying to quit, is failing, is giving up. And that's okay. Makes it better for me.